We've got National Cream-Filled Donut Day.
Oh.
Eat a Hoagie Day. And Gobstopper Day with 47 days until Halloween.
Woo!
There you go.
Eat a hoagie day. The way you delivered that, it's almost like, hey, you know what? Go eat a hoagie.
Eat a Hoagie Day.
Yeah.
I wonder if my kids' school knows that because they do have hoagies today on their menu. Yeah.
Well, that's very timely of them.
I mean, there's usually like once a week that there's a hoagie on the menu, but it just falls on today. So there you go. Eat a Hoagie Day.
You a hoagie aficionado?
I love sandwiches of all sorts.
Yeah? Do you do a homemade hoagie or do you prefer going and getting a sub sandwich somewhere?
A little bit of both. I know that over the weekend we did Philly cheesesteak sandwiches at home, and I toasted hot dog buns.
Yeah.
And called that a hoagie.
Nice try.
Yeah, I know. It was really good, though. It was really messy, so it was more like an open-faced Philly sandwich than,
Oh, I see. Yeah, to me, that's the big failure of the hoagie is it's hard to get the right bread. You basically need to go to the bakery, I think, day of.
Yeah.
And score some fresh hoagie roll. Or
some fresh hoagie.
Fresh hoagie. And what else was it? There was another food item today.
Cream-Filled Donut Day.
Cream-Filled Donut.
And Gobstopper Day.
Gobstopper.
But it's just Gobstopper, not Everlasting Gobstopper Day.
Well, that makes sense because if it's just going to be today, you don't want the Gobstopper to still be around tomorrow.
Right?
Maybe? I don't know.
Willy Wonka says correct.
Kate, the Mario movie producer, confirms Chris Pratt won't use "It's a me" voice.
Right.
They're trying to avoid being canceled.
Yes.
Because Chris Pratt turns out not Italian.
Nope.
And you've heard Mario speak before, right?
Yes.
It's a me. Or Mario #1. I also am not Italian, so maybe,
How did Bob Hoskins talk in the first Mario Brothers movie? Because he's British.
No, I think he just gave a Bob Hoskins delivery, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
It's been a few years since I've seen that film.
Right.
It's pretty bad.
Because wasn't John Leguizamo Luigi?
Yes, he was.
And he's not Italian.
And Dennis Hopper, I think, was Bowser, maybe.
Really?
Let me look it up. Super Mario Bros. Movie wiki. And hopefully 1993 adventure film. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
93.
Starring Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo, Dennis Hopper, and then the other names I don't recognize.
Okay.
Cast. Let's go to Dennis Hopper. Yep, Dennis Hopper as King Koopa. King Koopa.
But Chris Pratt, no Italian accent for Mario Brothers animated.
That was the concern, was that they were going to do something that was very offensive to the Italians with Chris Pratt. Like, why didn't you cast an Italian person? Don't those people exist in Hollywood? So it's going to be a weird Mario film. I'm not sure what to expect. And I didn't know it was coming out this early. Scheduled for release December 21st, 22, this year.
Do you think it's weird because Chris Pratt is Mario? Is that what makes it weird to you? Or is there something else that I'm missing because I'm not a video gamer?
Well, Mario is Italian. And in the video games, well, first off, Mario doesn't really speak at length. He says a sentence at a time, or not even a sentence. Mario #1 isn't really a sentence.
Right. So they're going to build a movie off of a non-speaking character.
Yes. I'm sure there's people named Mario who aren't Mario Lopez, right?
Right.
I assume he's not Italian.
Right.
So I guess Chris Pratt could be Italian. I mean, not Italian, but be named Mario.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Kate, let's hear your Mario impersonation before we conclude this bit.
All I keep thinking is Bob Hoskins, British Mario.
Okay, do that then.
Okay.
It's me, Mario, and Bob Hoskins.
Hello, it's me, Mario.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
You been practicing?
I've been watching a lot of Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, I see.
Which has nothing to do with Mario, but it's a British accent, so...
Yeah, close enough.
There we go. So, Matt, I was super sick last week.
Yeah, womp womp.
Womp womp. I had a really, really sore throat. And you and I have talked about how I love hot chocolate that's Irish.
Yes.
Yeah, Irish hot chocolate. So you got a little Irish cream in your hot chocolate. It helps soothe the throat a little bit.
Right. You're not one for coffee, really.
I'm not a coffee fan at all. Yeah.
Tried an Irish one, though?
No.
Okay. Lots of whipped cream.
Yep. And whiskey. No.
So was this your miracle cure to get over?
Well, I just had a really sore throat, and I was trying to think of what I could have that would help. So I did hot chocolate, but I went to my fridge and I didn't have any Irish cream. So I went to the pantry and I found some peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, is that you purchase or is that a Monty purchase?
It was a Monty birthday gift.
Oh, I see.
So it was opened already.
Well, that's nice. At least you didn't open this.
That I didn't open it. Yeah. Of course, I mean, I could have replaced it. He never would have known.
It's not a nightly drink for him?
No.
Okay.
But I had heard lots about peanut butter whiskey. It sounds fantastic. Without trying it before, I just thought, let's just throw it on the hot chocolate. It was amazing.
So the drink recommendation, it's hot chocolate and what was the specific alcohol?
Peanut butter whiskey.
Peanut butter whiskey. Probably doesn't matter which brand. They're probably pretty similar, but do you know it off the top of your head?
No, and I think it was like there was a sheep on the bottle.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. But if you have not tried it yet, Matt, I think you should try it. And maybe like when it gets cooler out, and you need something to like warm you up sitting on the deck, and you've got your peanut butter whiskey on ice, and yeah.
It's a hot tip from Kate right there.
Yeah. So if you don't have Irish cream for your hot chocolate with your sore throat, peanut butter whiskey, good times.
There you go. Maybe not for the kids. Have you tried this on the kids yet?
I have not. No, they were at school. I was like, oh, they're at school. More for mommy.
Yeah. Couldn't be bothered to save any for them for after school, huh?
Right. One of my friends asked if I needed any Fireball for my hot chocolate. I was like, absolutely not.
No, you don't think that would help a sore throat?
I don't think that would help me make good decisions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and you weren't altered? You weren't chemically altered when you made the decision to be like, oh, I'll put this thing in there. Were you medicated? What was your state of mind there?
No, my throat was sore and I was going through the cupboard going, hey, hot chocolate. That's what I want to do.
This will work.
This will work.
Go through the adult medicine cabinet.
That's right.
Yeah. Kate, did you see Splatoon 3's out?
I must have missed that one.
Really? Your kids are all hyped for Splatoon 3, or at least Elliot is? Just Elliot?
Well, Finley plays it too.
Splatoon 2 is what you're currently playing.
But we're not like hip on the news updates about video games, I guess. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it just came out on Friday. Yeah, it came out Friday. I have not played it yet. I've downloaded it. I've committed to buying it, so I have it ready to go for when the moment strikes.
What number is this?
It's a Splatoon 3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yeah, the original Splatoon was on the Wii U, which came out, I'm guessing, 8 years ago. And then Splatoon 2 came out with the Nintendo Switch. And now Splatoon 3, it's all the rage,
All the rage.
Yeah, for the unfamiliar, Splatoon is a competitive shooter, but you're using paintball weapons, more or less. Like, imagine a Super Soaker being kind of the standard, quote, gun, but then there's also, you can use a giant paint roller, and the objective is to cover as much territory as possible with ink, with paint. And your little characters are called squidlings, and you can swim through your own color paint, too, so you can sneak up on people. And it's 4 versus 4. But this time around, Kate, there's also a 4 versus 4 versus 4, 3 teams at once on there.
Whoa.
Yeah. But I bring this up because earlier, a while back, maybe a couple weeks back, you had mentioned thinking about what to do for Christmas. I think nothing was top of mind yet.
Yeah.
And so Splatoon 3 might be a deal.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good one. I'm going to write that down.
And maybe you'll enjoy the music better on this one.
God, I hope so.
I still can't believe you don't like the music on Splatoon.
It's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you have the incorrect feelings, Kate.
There it is.
Yeah.
Anything video games. I'm sorry, Kate, that you're a dummy.
Yeah. Well, no. Dumb.
Dumb.
Although we're not supposed to call people dumb, right?
I don't think so. Not to their faces.
All right.
Yeah.
Kate, could you plug your ears real quick?
I'll just turn around.
Okay. Kate's being real dumb, humless. Oh, you could still hear that.
Whoopsies. Yeah. Matt, would you rather know about beef-loving cities or beer-loving cities?
That is tough.
I know, right?
I will go with beef. Let's go beef on this.
Beef, right?
Mm-hmm. It's what's for dinner.
Okay. So I was reading things for this morning, and I was like, ooh, beef-loving cities? Yeah, let's find out what it is.
Well, many people call Kansas City Cowtown. You know, we're big fans of beef here.
Right.
In this region, yeah. Turns out there's lots of cows around.
I mean, you know I love my beef.
Yeah.
Get a cow in my freezer.
Yeah, you buy it. Or half of one, right?
Half a cow, yeah.
One of these days, maybe you'll get a full one.
And I think we're looking at a shoulder.
Oh, okay.
But I digress. I have to see the eye doctor because it was beer lover cities and not beef loving cities.
Oh.
And I'm very disappointed. And I love beer.
I see.
But I was like, I wanted to know about the beef.
So you stumble upon a story and you're like, your eyes are crossed. What happened?
Maybe I just maybe it was smaller font. I don't know. I was like, ooh, beef loving cities. And I started to pull up and I was like, based on bars, breweries per capita. I'm like, what? Oh, it's beer.
Now, do you wear contacts or glasses?
No, I wear driving glasses, which is at night so I can see the signs better, like to read the street signs, not like see cars better. But
there's like yellow tinted or no?
No.
Okay.
No.
But they're designed for driving.
They are designed for driving.
Because at night, more difficult to see things.
Well, for my eyes, for sure. I can wear them during the day and they don't bother me or whatever, but the eye doctor was like, just wear them at night when you're driving. I was like, okay.
Oh, okay. So you have consulted a professional on this?
Yes. This is a professional recommendation.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it's time to see an eye doctor for sure.
Okay. The reason I ask is because I've noticed the same thing recently personally. And you and I are very close in age.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, gosh, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to the computer monitor, for example.
Yes, with my cell phone, like I have a hard time. Now I'm going to ask you this. Is this crazy that I have to like sometimes pull my sunglasses off my face to see my cell phone better?
Maybe not. Are the sunglasses polarized?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That might be a sign of something.
Okay, here's another question for you. Because I know you're not an eye doctor. You just play one on the radio.
Correct.
Okay. I don't know how to explain this without you being like, yeah, you need to run to the eye doctor. Parking my car. I don't know if it's because I have a bigger front end of my car now that I have a new car, or if it's something with my eyesight. But I am not purposefully trying to park my car like a jackass. But I will get out of the car and be like, whoa, I am really on that line, or
oh, okay,
I am really wonky in that parking spot.
I was going to guess that maybe you were like 3 yards away from, the line, that you're supposed to pull up to. There's a giant gap.
Right.
Between spaces.
No,
that's not the issue. You're just pulling in sideways and diagonally.
Or like right on the line. And I'm not trying to like park like a jackwagon. I'm just like, okay, paying attention where I'm going. And then I'll get out and like, ooh, do I need to move that? That's bad, right? So I'm thinking I need to see my eye doctor and be like, I can't park my car.
You'll get used to it. Do you have a backup camera?
I do.
Maybe just back in all the time.
I can do that. Yeah.
It's actually a safer way to park. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, because if you're pulling into a space, you're likely to see any children or pedestrians that are around, right, as you're entering a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can safely park in a lot easier than you can back out because you're less likely to see the entirety of the surroundings when you're backing out versus pulling out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Now, at school, we have to be either pull through a spot or back into a spot for pickup and drop off.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty good about the old backing into a spot.
Yeah, make it your default.
Like at school, but maybe I should start doing that everywhere. Okay. I like that idea.
Okay.
I'm going to not go to the eye doctor now. I'm just going to start backing into parking spots. Right.
Yep. Another person cured by Matt and Kate. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you actually want to talk about these beer cities?
I was just going to ask you, do you want to know about the beer drinking cities?
Yeah, for those who just joined us earlier, Kate was like, hey, Matt, how about beef cities or beer cities? Which do you want to hear about? And I was like, beef cities, of course. And you're like, well, it turns out my eyesight ain't so hot, and this is actually an article about beer cities. So let's talk about some beer cities.
Beer cities. Beer lover cities, okay? The best cities to visit if you're a beer lover. And this is based on bars and breweries per capita and the cost of beers, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Number one city for beer lovers. You want to guess?
Number one city for beer lovers. I will say, Portland, Oregon.
Holy cow. So close. That's number two.
Oh, damn it.
Number two, though?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You were just there.
I was.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
a few months back.
Actually, number one is Chicago.
Huh.
Oh, no.
I would not have guessed that, because you said per capita, right?
I did. Chicago, number one. Portland, Oregon, number two. Milwaukee.
Makes sense.
Milwaukee is number three. Number four is Denver. Number five is Seattle. So with the exception of Oregon and Seattle, these are all like drivable beer-loving destinations.
All right.
I guess you could drive to Oregon and Seattle. It'd be a long drive.
Yeah.
But
sounds like a perfect opportunity to do something for the show. Matt and Kate road trip.
Yes.
Across the country, hitting every brewery.
Oof. We need a driver.
And then a liver transplant.
We travel with our own IVs.
Yeah, I figured you already did that, knowing your proclivities, you know. Kate, more people are dining out now than before the pandemic.
Really?
Yeah, this is according to Open Table. You familiar with Open Table? Place where you can go make reservations. Yeah, you can go make reservations through.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so it is actually up 19% compared to pre-pandemic levels. So,
is it because people have gotten used to eating out, or is it because groceries are expensive and it's cheaper to eat out?
It could. That's a good point. In fact, when I was doing this show alone, Kate.
Sorry.
When you left me.
I'm sorry.
I shared the story about a whole bunch of restaurant CEOs who are actually like, hey, we actually have a pretty positive outlook here because our level of inflation is far lower than the grocery store's level of inflation. So that's a good guess.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's it. Or there was just pent-up demand. You know, people are like, I got to make up for lost time. And I've got this extra cash in my pocket from when I didn't go out to eat and when the government started writing checks and such. I don't know. But fascinating. It first started ticking back up. It first got, let me look at this deal. Looks like in April or May, I'm just looking at this chart, so I'm eyeballing it, is when it returned to pre-pandemic levels and then now up 19% over pre-pandemic reservations. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you use Open Table very often?
No, not at all.
I was going to say, I think I've maybe used it once.
I don't typically go to places where reservations are required.
Yeah.
It's also one of the nice things about working morning show hours, like, you know, dinner time's like 3 o'clock. You know, it's like, oh man, I need to wait until 3:30 for happy hour, depending on the spot, you know?
Right. I think I used it because we had a larger group.
Yeah,
and
that
I
makes
wanted
sense.
to make sure we got a table for 8 or whatever.
Yeah, as a single person who has very few responsibilities, it's always someone else making the reservations for those big deals.
What's that like, Matt?
It's
Only
glorious.
being responsible for one person.
Well, not knowing the difference, you know, having not been the head of a household, I'm fairly certain it's fantastic and much better than the way you've got it.
Well, Monty is not a single man, my husband, but on Saturday he was asking me all sorts of questions about the upcoming schedule and appointments and practices. I'm like, what is it like only being responsible for one person? I mean, do you just revel in your freedom of thought? Like, I could think about butterflies if I wanted to, instead of like, oh gosh, I got to get somebody somewhere at such a time, and can I do it? And
because Monty is away most of the week.
He's So kiddo responsibilities fall on me, which is fine. I mean, I'm not complaining about that at all. But
very convenient, Monty.
I'm just thinking about like, oh, what's that like? You only have to know your social security number, or you only have to know like a couple of passwords, or
But then does he need to live in a different town every week? He's on the road.
He does get to, yeah.
And would you trade?
I don't know, Matt. Staying in a hotel during the week by myself.
Yeah.
Like getting some space.
And some peanut butter whiskey and hot cocoa.
And some peanut butter whiskey. Yeah. Yep. No, I know he would much rather be home every night. He would.
Oh.
I just need another driver. So come on.
Yeah, no kidding. Well.
And another chef. And no.
Well, you're just 4 years away from Finley being 16?
Yes.
And then she can be your designated driver.
Well.
She could drive your drunk ass around.
Well, I didn't mean that. I meant getting people places. But sure, yeah. But she's already a little gun shy about driving.
Okay.
I know. She won't sit in the front seat anymore after our car accident.
Maybe if you guys played more Mario Kart, you know.
Oh, that hasn't stopped her. She still plays Mario Kart, but she doesn't want to ride in the front seat because it's not as safe. So I was like, what are you going to do when you drive? And she's like, I'm not driving. I was like, damn it. Come on, kid. Get the freedom.
Remove the driver's side seat, extend the steering wheel and the pedals.
Right.
And drive from the back seat.
Yeah, because she sits behind me still, but she just won't sit in the front seat.
Whatever they did in Knight Rider to make it look like the car was driving itself, I think there was maybe a little person positioned in the trunk that drove it. I might be guessing, or that might actually be something I'm remembering.
Maybe.
And I'm sorry, dear little person listener, if I'm offending you. Didn't mean to. Ever talk to you about the micro wrestlers?
I feel like we kind of talked about it.
Where they're like, midget.
No. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. The commercial started with, you've seen them walk by, and you've been afraid to stare.
Oh, gosh.
Well, worry no more. The micro wrestlers are going to be in St. Joseph on whatever date.
Sunday.
And then cue the audience going, midget.
Oh, my gosh.
But we can't use any of this on the radio.
Nope.
Did I leave it in the podcast, then?
That's fine.
Okay.
Matt, it started already.
Oh, no. Unless it's Halloween. Woo!
I'm talking about tabloids, talking about King Charles.
Oh, I see. Of course.
Yes.
What's he done? Or what did they say?
Well, it's not what he's done. It's about what they're making fun of him for. It's this is a direct quote of a headline on New York Post. King Charles's alleged sausage fingers roasted mercilessly online. Now, if you'll go into our show notebook, you can see King Charles' fingers.
Okay, I see it.
And I've given you some pictures to look at his hands.
Yeah, they look like breakfast sausages.
But a doctor consulted by the New York Post, so you know it's true. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of reasons he could have bloated fingers, like edema. He could be retaining fluids in the limbs. It could also be arthritis. But he said, don't worry about it. There aren't any immediate health concerns to be concluded from swollen fingers. And it's most likely a sign of his age. But don't they look like they don't fit his body?
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm getting hungry for hotcakes and sausage cake.
Oh, God. Bro.
No, hotcakes and sausage. They've got round sausage at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
So it'd have to be like I don't know, pancake breakfast. I'll have to find a church to go to a pancake breakfast to or something.
I mean, like his ring looks like it needs to be cut off because his fingers look so...
Oh, Denny's is just right there. I can just go to Denny's. Yeah, you're right. In fact, it looks like maybe he moved his wedding ring from his ring finger to his pinky? Maybe. It's on his left hand.
I don't know. He's been wearing a pinky ring for a while, so maybe he doesn't wear a wedding ring. I don't know.
No.
Maybe he had to have his wedding ring cut off because his sausage fingers. I just feel bad. Like he's been king for how many days? And they're like, hey, sausage fingers.
I wouldn't feel bad. I think he's got it pretty good. Sausage fingers are the trade-off. Well, if they came to you, Kate, and were like, okay, I will grant you a wish. And if your wish was to be the Queen of England, but in exchange for that wish, I'm sorry, but you will have breakfast sausage fingers.
I would wear gloves as the Queen.
There you go. Perfect. So that's what King Charles needs. I almost called him Prince. How dare I?
Yeah.
So he needs some dainty white gloves to put on his sausage fingers.
And no one would know. They'd be like, oh, it's part of the kingly uniform. He's wearing gloves.
It's a sausage fest on each hand, inside each glove. I give up. Okay, you see these cars driving around. They've got no license plate. They got no temporary tag. Maybe they've got like a Confederate flag where a license plate should be, or some other kind of message. You see these cars?
Maybe.
I see them all the time on the highway. I'm like, how are you getting away driving your car around without any kind of tags? And it's like, oh, this is for a Confederate flag to go, or whatever. Weird. Or a U.S. flag, or whatever it might be. No.
Because Missouri has to have front and back, right?
Missouri, you have to have both front and back.
Okay.
Kansas, you just need one in the back.
One in the back.
Nebraska, I'm not familiar. Do you happen to know Nebraska?
Front and back.
Front and
but
back.
You can pay to get out of the front.
That just goes to show that it's all a bunch of baloney, needing two tags. Oh, you can pay your way out of this.
I was just thinking about that the other day, Matt. What is the point of a front tag? Because if you're looking in your rear view mirror at a tag, you're not looking at the correct order of the, like if the point is to be able to identify a car, like if you're in trouble or whatever, like the numbers are, here are the numbers, but it's not in this order because I can't read backwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it seems like it'd be very difficult to do a high-speed chase, to try to get away from the cops driving in reverse.
Right.
That seems difficult. I don't get it. And then my question is, are the cops too scared what the dudes in the giant trucks with the Confederate flag license plates are going to do? And so they can just let them go.
Just let them go.
Yeah, I know.
That gun rack totally looks normal.
An AK in their back window?
Too far? I don't know.
No, just the
I
right
was afraid of that. Yeah.
Just the right distance.
Okay. I don't like it when windowless vans don't have license plates, though.
Yeah. Worried about getting abducted?
Makes me a little nervous. Or maybe not me abducted, but somebody's getting kidnapped.
Hey, you're kidnappable, Kate.
It's still one of my biggest fears of my whole entire life.
Really? It's kind of irrational.
I don't know, Matt. I don't know. I know I'm not, like the daughter of a president or anything, but I am still terrified of being kidnapped. And not just being kidnapped, but not being aware. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I would be too scared to fight back. I'd be like, oh, you want me to climb into your trunk? Sure. Bound my hands here. Let me put them together for you. Well,
you don't want to be that helpful.
No, but I'm terrified I would not be like the kick, scream, shout, help, help, help. I would be like, oh, yeah, give me a boost into your trunk.
Well, that's why you need to either be ready with mace or a car key or a finger to push into their eyeballs until you touch brain.
Well, yeah. I mean, grab, twist, and pull, but still, I'm afraid in that moment, I'm not going to have that fight or flight. I'm going to have that polite.
I wouldn't worry about it, Kate. You're far more likely to die in a car crash.
In the trunk?
So chins up. Well, in the trunk, it might be okay, actually, if you get abducted and they crash. Yeah, potentially. Slam in the back of seats. Okay, this kidnapping thing actually sounds like a good time now that you mention it.
Oh, gosh.
Just kidding.